Welcome to Fantasy Legends, my name's Scott, and today we're going to be looking at Project Triangle Strategy, a new strategy game from Square Enix. During this video I'll play the trailer just so you can see what the gameplay is like. The first thing I'd like to note is that the graphics look very much like Octopath Traveler. I'm sure this is on purpose, and actually I really love the style of the game here. The strategy is very much like Final Fantasy strategy. Obviously there are differences, and there is a playable demo that you can play right now on the Switch store. Having said that, this is going to be a Switch exclusive at the moment, and yeah, it's basically very much like Final Fantasy Tactics. We'll go through what we know so far in the game, and yeah, we'll go on from there. So, what do we know about the game so far? Well, in reports, we have been told that the game will last around 50-hour mark, which is a considerable size. We also know that the game is obviously based on 3 strategies, hence the name, even though this is only a working title name. The 3 strategies are virtuous morality, freedom for all, and pragmatism. Now, these 3 sort of strategies are key to the game, as you'll mainly be making decisions around them, and this really does affect the game. I love how there's going to be so many choices, and it sounds like there may be multiple endings in the game as well. However, I've not seen this confirmed as of yet. Now, as for gameplay, the game will be played on a grid-like system, a bit like Fire Emblem or Final Fantasy Tactics. Now, I really do get that vibe here, and the tactics are reminiscent of both those sort of games. So if you love them games, this game will probably be for you. You'll also be able to use the vertical terrain a bit like Final Fantasy Tactics as well, and there will be a flanking mechanic, very similar to those games as well. Like I said, none of this is revolutionary in terms of tactical. The one thing that does sort of put this game apart from those others is, I would say, that it looks to have a very big emphasis on player choice and decisions. So like I said, with the 3 different types of styles that you can play as, that seems to play a very key point to this game. Another thing we got to see in the demo was classes. Now, all the classics seem to be there. Mage, Knight, Archer, all have their different abilities. You've got a basic attack, and then you've got the, you know, the magical attacks, healing, all those classics that I love from the Final Fantasy Tactics game. Added to those abilities, you also have the really tactical abilities, such as, you know, blindness, provoking. I think that the wide variety that seem to be available in this game, and hopefully will you know, expand as we get to see the full game, will be really amazing in terms of, you know, what we can actually do in the strategies. Another thing that I would like to see in the game that we haven't seen yet is maybe an open play mode where you could make your own maps, things like that. As with so many classes and opportunities to play around with a sandbox like this, it'd be really great if you could make your own maps and things like that. I love the story in the game, don't get me wrong, just an added element that would give extra life to the game. Now, in the demo, the game was really story focused. You only really got 2 major battles and some exploration, you know, different exploration points. However, I'm not too sure if it's going to run through the whole game, where it'll be a lot less battles and more story involved, or they'll have a balance of that. Only time will tell when we get the full game out. However, regardless, I love the story, so I'm really looking forward to it. And the fact that it's made by the makers of Octopath Traveler gets me excited anyway, because that game was amazing. Now, I want to know what you guys think of the game. Is it something that you're going to play? Is it something you're looking forward to? Let me know in the comment section down below. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you for listening.